How's it going, everybody? I am here with a traditional sketching video. This is weird, right? Anyway, I like doing traditional stuff, and I thought putting it up on here would be a good way for me to start doing it. I had an idea. I got this new sketchbook, right? Just a toned tan, 50 sheets. What is it, 9 by 12? Yeah. And I don't know about you, but the first page, I am way too much of a chicken to ever draw on the first page. I feel like if I do a bad drawing on the first page, it's like all gone. But, you know, the point of a sketchbook is doing bad drawings. So, here's like the first page. I did a couple of little guys. These are all from the website Earth's World. I don't know if you've ever been there, but there's a lot of like really interesting looking people, a lot more character than you'd find on something like Pinterest. So I think that's a lot of fun. Yeah, so what do I want to do? I think my goal is to fill this sketchbook. And if I can get 3 heads per side of the page, what, 300 heads, maybe? You know, so maybe this is like a 300 portrait challenge. I don't know. Anyway, I have been recently trying to use fountain pens, which I think are super badass, partly because they are, you know, a little more eco-friendly. You're not throwing stuff in the trash. You can just refill these. You can pick any ink you want, which is also rad. These have carbon black in them. I have this little guy. It's the Twisby something or other. And then I also have this, is it a feud nib? Where it's like a little bit of a rounded, bent end right there. Pretty rad. It's harder to use, so I'm probably going to stay away from this one. And then I have a water brush that I have filled with, I measured it, 4 parts ink, 1 part water. And that's giving me like this sort of wash area. Part of that is because I'm not really used to ink, and I feel like I like value, you know, more with painting. So that's also why I went with like a mid-tone sketchbook, because when I paint, I go from the middle out, darker and lighter. So I was doing it on like, you know, white sketchbook, and I'm like feeling like it's really difficult. So I thought a toned sketchbook would be good. Oh, and I also have a little white Uniball gel pen kind of thing. And that's what gets me the white highlights there. And of course, I am using a little pencil just at the beginning. And that's it. So yeah, let's get started here. I think one thing is I'm kind of sick of like short form content. So my goal is to just like hang out, almost like a live stream, I guess, and do this. And so let me know, comment, tell me what you think. Is that something you like? Do you like shorter videos? Do you like time lapses? Let me know. I'm just curious. So the picture I've got here, see it on my iPad. I don't have enough room right now to show my reference the whole time, but you get the idea, right? This lovely fella. I think all these Earthworlds things are at they're like county fairs and stuff. So yeah, like I said, you get like cooler looking people. A lot of them are, I think, lend themselves to caricature and fun stuff like that. It's great. Anyway, so 3 or 4. I'm going to try to just do it down here, I think. And when I'm doing these, I'm not really super concerned about grabbing the likeness or anything. I'm just kind of having fun thinking about, you know, how can I turn this into a simpler shape? Right, this guy's kind of eggy, I guess. It's like top heavy, like an upside down egg. Yeah, and I wonder, I'm just thinking about big shapes, right? I don't want to think about detail yet. Just trying to get like a general sort of a thing going here. So I'll block in like the main kind of shape. Figure out sort of an eye line in here somewhere. But these are all doodles, right? So if it comes out looking like complete trash, I'm fine with it. My end goal is to just get better at sketching. Maybe I think it would be cool to just be able to bust them out in ink too. I did that a little bit, like on that first page. Those were all done without pencil, or at least maybe just the first two. I don't know. But then I do find, you know, things always end up looking a little better when I just give it a little bit of thought. How could it not, right? But I mean, there are people who can just have fun doodling in ink and rip out these amazing sketches, but that's for another time, I think, for me. Yep, I'm just kind of thinking about the shape. Nothing too precious here, you know? And if it changes while I'm inking, that's fine too. Like this guy, he ended up being a little bit more of a caricature. I feel like it wasn't so on point or realistic. Then what are we doing for the nose? Just like a little whoop right there. He's got a tiny little mouth too. I feel like the chin really kind of needs to recede as well. And eyes, you know, eyes tend to be one eye width in the middle, tends to line up with the nostrils. This is a little more like crooked there. The whole head is a little more crooked, I guess. And these are so little, I'm just going to do like the top eyelid, I think. A bit of a brow. It's like I said, we're not really one-to-one with the likeness here. That would probably take more effort in measuring. I just want to really practice inking, kind of practice quickly creating unique looking faces. And honestly, more than anything, I am just doing this to have fun and build a sketching habit. And you guys are kind of my accountability right now, really, right? I've never had like a sketchbook, really. I mean, I use sketchbooks just to quickly like noodle stuff and spit out ideas, but it's never been something I really fill up or try to challenge myself with. All right, so I feel like this isn't too off base, right? It's like, looks like a head, check. Ear, draw the ear. Sorry, my brain malfunctions when I try to draw ears. It's a Y, right? This is a Y shape, C shape, Y shape. That's how I remember ears. Let me know. At some point we can do an ear video if that's helpful to people. This is probably about as far as I'm going to take pencil right now. I think this is, I'm feeling somewhat confident. Oh, don't want to forget the glasses. Glasses. I love drawing glasses. I think getting the shadow from glasses is like one of my favorite things because it kind of describes all this form on the cheek and does a lot of really cool things. And I am, she's nearly blind. My eyesight is horrendous, so I can't leave the house without my glasses or contacts because genetics. But I've been wearing contacts since I was like 4th grade, I think. No, I got glasses in 4th grade, contacts in like 6th grade, I think. Sounds about right. All right. This is feeling all right. Okay, I think that's it for my pencil. So we're not gonna, like I said, we're not gonna really obsess over that stage because we're having fun. Now this, when this guy works, he's really great. I've had a couple of times, and I don't know if it's the paper or it just doesn't want to go, or it could be the ink that I'm using, because I'm using that carbon black is a permanent ink, because you make sure you use permanent ink when you're doing anything with water. Otherwise, it'll all just bleed together. So I don't know if that can gum stuff up and get a little funky. But I'm just starting over here on the ear. Someplace. Yeah, see, let's get it going here. Hold on. Yeah, see what's going on with this thing. Some paper towel here. There we go. Yeah, it's almost like the tip of it gets like a little crusty or something, and then you have to clean it off. I think part of the key too is making sure that you're using them daily so that the ink doesn't dry up a ton. At least that's what I've been told. And then make sure you clean them out sometimes. All right. Just gonna go up the left side so that I don't smudge it all with my hands. I kind of want to leave this hair. I'm not real sure how far out I want that to go yet. I might want to exaggerate it and make it a little more crazy. Now, when I'm doing ink, I have found that I don't really know how to like render stuff super well with it. You know, there's some people, when they get into like hatching and all these things, they're like monsters. So that could be something I learned along the way. And I know there's a lot of you people who are probably way better than me at this. So I'm always open to, like, if you have advice, help me out. Because I'm just trying to learn. I'm not here to, I don't know what I'm talking about. So there's a little ear, right? I do try to thicken up areas around, like away from the light, so that we're getting a little bit of free lighting in there. All right, I'm gonna come around and do the rest of this face because I'm smudging it with my hands. It's hard with this too. I don't know. Getting on this side of the back of the page, it's getting in the way. When I think about a face, the most important thing is kind of the silhouette. You almost kind of squint your eyes when you're looking at a reference and think, what shape best, what simplified shape best describes what I'm looking at here. So this dude, we do have a little mustache we're going to have to add to here. He's kind of got his lips like pursed or something. A lot of this ends up just being scribbles, and I think that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I don't ever want a sketchbook that's too perfect. But I'm always scared, you know, everybody has these immaculate, perfect sketchbooks with all these wonderful images in them, and I'm just over here with like chicken scratch. But it's all good. Someday I'll be, maybe after 300 heads, I'll be somebody who can just, you know, bust out a portrait with my eyes closed. It's kind of blocking in like the dark nostril, right? Thinking about what shape that makes. It is a little easier to do small drawings, like this one up here got a little too big. But I think that one I just started with the eyes. I didn't actually start with a head shape. And that's why it kind of got out of control. Now it looks like this guy's a little far-sighted. Is that the right one? So his eyes are going to be magnified inside of his glasses slightly. I'm the opposite. I always have tiny, my eyes get small in glasses. Just kind of scribbling in some eyebrows. I do kind of want like a little bit more of a, I'm just going to draw it in this dark part. I feel like it's a little scratchy. It's not flowing how I'm wanting it to. All right. Yeah, with these kind of videos, I mean, I would say grab your sketchbook, draw along. We can just kind of hang out, you know. Turn on some music. I'll just be here sketching. This is a nice break from like full-on paintings too. You know, I do a lot of commissions or, you know, client stuff. There's always more pressure. It's not always what I want to work on. You know, it's not my ideas always. It's still fun, but so I might come in with the other, that thicker pen for some of this dark hair. I'm just going to kind of noodle it in there. think I drew too dark with the pencil, I think. I'm gonna try to erase some of that. Obviously you want to wait a hot minute so you can make sure your stuff is dry. Yeah, that's something all right, isn't it? I like it. So this guy can give you like really fat lines. Let's get that out of there too. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of, we'll see how big that is. It's like, this one flows so much better too. So I think maybe I'm doing something wrong with that other one. Or it's just like a really thin line. Because like this one I can turn over and just knock out like really thin lines too. So maybe this is the better choice overall. I don't know. I think sometimes it gets away from me and I'm like a little too quick to switch to the thick black. And then I ruin stuff. So. But I do like how fine this is. This is good. I'll give him a little bit of the old mustache there. Yeah. Fellow bearded man. The other thing too is you kind of have to like, hold it like weirdly high so that you don't completely overdo it. Now, the question, should I do let me show you the reference again here. I'm trying to decide if I should do the glasses as, the shadow from the glasses as black or a wash. Kind of leaning towards a wash, just so it doesn't get overdone. Hard to say. Hard to say. We'll see in just a minute. Okay, he does have, some of this is brown, but look how, oh yeah, see this brush, like look how sick this is. You can just fill it all. Makes you feel like you have a brush pen almost, but a little bit more control still, maybe, Sailor is the one, Sailor Feud? Feud? Which is it? Let me know. I don't know if anybody's still watching this. I could be all alone. Could have bored everyone to tears. Okay. Like I said, just turn this on in the background while you're doing your own drawing. And then it's like we're hanging out, which is cool. Yep, I like that. Kind of want to get a little into there. When possible, I always like to draw little hairs. Friggin' put some on his shoulder too, why not? Flip that over, get some thin lines. do kind of want to indicate this dark area right there. He does have a fold right there as well. His eyelids are kind of hooded. It's a little tricky. It's like, how much do you want to indicate, you know? Okay. Digging it. Gonna kind of come in here. Okay. Oh wait, black tank top. Now I'm hoping, so I updated my, I think on these ones my wash was 50-50 ink and water. I felt like that was too light. So hopefully this isn't way too dark. I haven't tried it yet. So you are the guinea pig. Once again, you know, let's start in an area that's not going to ruin everything. I'm not going to start on his eyes. Start someplace cheap and safe. So in the reference, the light source is coming top left. Kind of just what I'm going to do, actually, I'll explain this, is outline the edge. Is it the Terminator? Is that what they call it? Those fancy people. All right. And then I'm just going to treat it like a watercolor and just fill it in. Real gentle. Nothing crazy here. But if you wait too long, you'll get like a, if you wait for it to dry and then you come back, you can get like it looks like it overlapped instead of it being one continuous wash. And this isn't watercolor paper or anything either, so it's not like the best for this kind of thing, but it's all good. I think so far I do like this amount of value. This darkness, this value. Go with that. I'm telling you, when you try to draw and talk live like this, your brain feels stretched. Been kind of neglecting this ear. To go back in there. I might have to go in with the actual black for this shadow. Or I might just have to hit it a couple of times here. Maybe that's good. I think with these sketches, there's also, you know, something to be said for just chilling, not overdoing it. But yeah, please let me know. Do you want to, I mean, this is head number 6, right? I guess. So do you want to see 294 more of these? Let me fill up this whole sketchbook on YouTube, because I'll do it. I am determined. All right, last step. I'm gonna hit some whites. This will help sell it, you know. You don't think it needs it until you add in some, and then you're like, oh, this looks great. The key, though, is you don't want to go like super crazy. I'm going to kind of come in right there and almost outline this shadow a little bit to kind of give it like a contrast. I'm sure you can hear all the running upstairs. My little kids are wild. I'm just sort of hitting like the areas on the image where there's some speck. Like I said, I don't want to overdo these highlights, but I want to make sure there's enough of them to help sell the lighting, the form. Okay. I think we're done, maybe. I think. Almost. Just right there. Just a little bit on that eye. All right. Yep. I think that's it. Cool. All right. So let me know what you guys think. Do you like real-time stuff? Should I speed it up and voice over it, or, you know, what do you like to see? Well, maybe, I don't know. I don't think I have enough people to like live stream, but at some point I could get to a place where maybe I can start live streaming this instead, which is fun. Yeah, let me know. Thanks for sticking around. If you're still here, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'm trying to get I'm at like 500 people, which is still pretty crazy. So, yeah, help me out if you can. If you liked it, if you didn't, I get it, man. We all can make our own choices. All right, later.